So before we start with the course itself, there is some introductory point that I want to talk about. It's about what is the kind of piano that I should acquire. Yes? Well, that depends greatly. Depends on the kind of music that you want to perform. I will catalog that pianos can be categorized in 3 different groups. Number 1 would be keyboards, right? Number 2 would be digital pianos. And number 3 would be acoustic pianos, right? So I'm going to explain briefly each one. An electric keyboard is just a very basic form of a piano. It has an electronic circuitry inside that emulates sound in a very basic way. Okay, you can use it, you can plug it to your computer and compose in your computer, or change the sound in your computer, or you can just perform with it in live, right? From all the 3 groups, this is the least recommended one. Unless you have a very expensive electric keyboard that is called a synthesizer, that is a specialized part, that is a specialized piece of gear dedicated to perform mostly electronic music, right? So if that is your thing, if your thing is electronic music, then maybe the most suitable keyboard for you will be an electronic keyboard called a synthesizer. You can find many references and brands if you put the word synthesizer in Amazon or any other major store. You will find many options for you to buy. The second group, digital pianos. Digital pianos are excellent for any kind of genre. So that would be my best recommendation. I think they are the best value for the money. Digital piano is a recreation in a very accurate way of an acoustic piano. That means that it tries to represent how an acoustic piano produces sound. As you might know, acoustic pianos produce sound using hammers that hit strings very hard, and they resonate in a big box. That's why they are so big. Sometimes they resonate in that big box, and that creates that very characteristic sound we know as the piano sound, right? So the digital piano tries to recreate that by sampling. That's having a microphone on an acoustic piano, a real one, recording note by note, and then integrate those noises or those recordings into a digital piano. Most of them, especially the high-profile ones, they have hammered keys. That means that you will feel that you're playing actual hammers hitting the strings. That's very good for practicing as well. Although, and this is the third category, if you're serious about classical music, this will be your only option, an acoustic piano. Why? Because nothing in the world replaces the touch, the sound, the fullness, the roundness, the warm tone of an acoustic piano. Nothing at all. Acoustic pianos, they have 3 pedals below them that allow you to control not only the sustain, that is playing note and allowing it to just disappear with time, but only they have 2 other pedals that allow you to control the tone that you are performing, generating different kind of colors. Extremely interesting textures that you can experiment with when you are playing very complicated works. Plus, they have the full range of notes, 88 notes, right? So you get the 88 notes in a digital piano as well. But as it's an emulation, it will never surpass the actual thing. It never surpass the original one. So the third option would be if you are serious about classical music. If that is your field, you have to buy an acoustic piano. If you want to do, as I told you before, something more crossover, if you want to experiment with some classical music maybe, but some pop songs, playing some Beatles, or playing some classics from the 60s, then the digital piano is the best option, all right? It's a little bit bulky, but you can actually take it like gigs to perform with it, or you can just have it at home, recording your computer or recording in the studio as well. Some of them have really good sounds. Actually sound similar, not the same, but somehow similar to an actual piano. So those are the 3 categories. I repeat, number 1, electric keyboards or synthesizers, the most expensive ones if you are serious into electronic music. Number 2, digital pianos. If you want to experiment with a lot of genres, this is one really good option, value for money. And the third one, if you're serious about classical music and you want to be a professional pianist, you have to buy an acoustic piano because nothing replaces the touch of the sound and the tone of it, especially. All right. So after knowing that and selecting your own piano, well, you will obviously need a piano for taking this course. We're going to start with section number 1, which is sheet rating music. All right.